What's happening, everybody? Kelly here, your favorite real estate ninja. And in this video, I want to share with you the actual cost if you're going to be buying a home, if you're relocating to the Clermont, Florida area or near Clermont. This would include Lake County, Florida, Orange County, Polk County, all of that within 30 to 50 miles of Clermont. I want to share with you the actual cost to own a home. Make sure you stay tuned, pay special attention, because at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you how you are going to get a special gift from the Ninja. If I work with you, not only as your listing agent, but if you're buying a home as your buyer's agent, guys, I'm going to share something special with you, and it's going to put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. Stay tuned, guys. Let's get into this. What does it cost to buy a home in or near Clermont, Florida? All right, guys, so I pulled up a screen of existing homes, and in this one, I'm doing new construction. The reason I'm doing this is there's an added core benefit to a lot of new construction homes. If you are looking to buy, there are, in today's economy, a lot more of what we call inventory homes. You see, a couple years ago, if you bought new construction, you were looking at a 6 to 12 month build out. By the time you went to contract, it could be a year. Well, we're seeing builders put homes together right now between 40. I've got one builder saying do it in 45 days. 45 days to 3 months, they're getting homes ready for occupancy. And a lot of these builders have inventory homes that could be available within 30 days. So the landscape here has changed, specifically in Clermont, Groveland, Mineola, Mascot, some of these areas, Winter Garden, Ocoee, Davenport. There are a lot of opportunities to move into a brand new construction and be able to do it in a very timely manner. So let's talk a little bit about 2024. We all know what's going on. Interest rates are higher than they were 3 years ago. Please understand, you're also going to hear a lot of times people talk about interest rates that are in the, well, back then they were 2.5%, 2.25. Understand, yes, you could get interest rates for 2.25 to 2.5, but your credit would need to be significantly on the higher spectrum, like 700, 750 or higher. People with credit between 625 and 685 were typically paying more for their home on interest rates, even when it was a really good deal. Closer to 3% to 3.5% or a little higher, because all of it is to some degree based on credit. Now, I am not a loan officer. I'm giving you what I am seeing opinion-wise. But you and I both know, anytime you're purchasing something on credit, the higher the credit score, the better the interest rate. The average homeowner was probably seeing interest rates back when it was incredible in the mid threes. That brings a little bit of balance as to what's going on now. Obviously, interest rates are fluctuating in the mid 6% right now. And a lot of homeowners that are buying homes right now are doing so with the anticipation of buying down the rate if and when it comes down in the next 1 to 3 years. Make sense? All right, so what I did, guys, is I pulled a home in Mascot. Mascot and Groveland are literally minutes away to downtown Clermont. So we kind of have a scenario here where some of these areas, you've got Clermont, Groveland, Mascot, and Mineola. They're literally kind of in a bubble together, and they're all within minutes of each other. They're downtown areas. So I found a home in Mascot. This is brand new construction, and this is a KB home, and it's on the MLS for 351. So guys, what I did is I clicked the rate plug. And so right now, this home, based on that price point, and depending on what vehicle you use to finance, if you are financing, most people are on a 30-year FHA. You're looking at $2,600 to buy this home per month, right? $2,600. This particular home is 1,500 feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's 351. Yes, you can still buy homes near Clermont for about 3.25 to 350. It's amazing. But there we go, guys. This is an example of something you can buy for about 350. And so right now with the going rate of 6 point, and look, the Ninja is the Ninja, but I got to wear my glasses sometimes. It's a 6.625 is what the lender that we have connected to the MLS is saying. So at the end of the day, you're at $2,600. Now, the reason I'm showing this to you is I want to bring some balance because a lot of times people are, they are, you're thinking of, well, let me just wait to buy a home and see what the interest rates do. And I totally get it. For some of you, that is something you need to consider. But I want to also show you the difference between what it was 3 years ago and what it is today. And that might bring some balance. But remember, the other issue with new construction is, and I don't know if I said this at the beginning, a lot of these builders, guys, are not only giving massive incentives if you use their lender, but I'm seeing builders giving anywhere from 10 to 30 to 40. I had one builder offer $80,000 towards closing costs and fees. Right now, I'm seeing the average is about $20,000. So really what that means is you're coming in with just your down payment. Their incentives are covering a lot of your closing costs. More on that later. If that's something you want to talk to me about, contact information is below. Please feel free to do that. But guys, here we are. What I did is I ran a scenario. So right now in today's economy, you would be paying about $2,602, right? And so what I did is I said, okay, let's take that same scenario and let's drop the interest rate to about 3.5%, which is what I'm sorry. Let's drop the interest rate to 3.5% and see what the difference in the payment. So, back in the day when interest rates were low like this is what the scenario would look like. You would be paying about $2,054, give or take $100 or $200, but on average about $2,000 to $2,100 at that interest rate. Right now, that home is coming in at 26. So what that means, guys, is you're paying about $400 to $500 more a month now with the current interest rates on average than what you were paying 3 years ago. Now, if you're serious about buying a home, please understand the experts are all saying that we might not see for a long time interest rates like we did 3 years ago. A lot of these interest rates, the experts are saying, are going to nominalize somewhere in the fours, high fours, which is still classically low versus what they're used to be. But guys, I wanted to make sure you guys understood that in any given situation, on an average home, you're going to be paying a little bit more. Well, for some of you, it might mean a lot, but in this instance, on this $350,000 home, we're talking about $400 to $500 more per month. But you're going to own the home. You're going to save, if you do new construction, a ton of your cash that you're not going to have to bring to the table for things like closing costs if you find the right builder and the right deal. And a lot of these builders are making deals. And by the way, guys, ninja tip, builders are also willing to take offers. So if you find a home that you want, there is a possibility that your real estate agent can ask them if they're willing to take a lower offer. And some builders are. I've talked to a couple that said, you know what, make us an offer. I'll go back to our management team. So that is something that you guys can consider even when you're dealing with new construction. 3 years ago, the builders would have said, kick off, man. This is what it is. And they were getting crazy offers. There were builders that had people that were competing for that new construction home and actually offering more. Man, 3 years ago was crazy, right? Today, it's really come down in terms of how we are seeing the home market, the housing market, in terms of what people are buying. But guys, I wanted to encourage you. Right now, based on the scenario, for that home, you're paying about $400 to $485, $500 max more per month than you would 3 years ago. And you have the option within a year or two, once the rates come down, to simply refinance and have the payment that you feel extremely comfortable with. The only other option is to rent. And we all know what happens with rent. Right now, rent, if you can even find a home for rent, is at an all-time high. So that home that I just showed you guys that's selling for $351, you might be renting that for $2,800 to $3,200, right? And that is a 100% loss. So that, guys, is a look at the housing market in the Central Florida area, specifically Clermont and the surrounding cities. And it's pretty much on scale with other markets if you look at the value averages. So again, at the end of the day, if you are looking to buy a home and you are going to be within striking distance of Clermont or Clermont proper, look below, get on my calendar. We can do a Zoom and I will actually show you, based on our tools, our MLS tools, what you can expect to pay. If you have a home that you're looking at, make sure you drop something below that gives me your information, or just private message me, and I can get with you and we can have that conversation as to what it would cost you to have that particular home. Make sense? All right, guys, here's the offer. If you follow me and you have been on my channel, and this is what we were talking about at the beginning, I want you guys to understand that I consider you guys my YouTube family. The Real Estate Ninja, when I work with you, I will dedicate 25% of my buyer's agent commission, and you can use it for closing costs. And guys, that could be worth thousands of dollars. On a $500,000 or $600,000 or $700,000 home, we're talking $4,000 or more back to you as a gift to go towards your closing costs or any other incendiary fees that you would accumulate on the purchase of that home. So if you want more information on how that works, look below, get on my calendar. And by the way, if you are listing a home in Lake County, in Orange County, in Polk County, or within 50 miles of Clermont, I have a special offer. If you're listing a home and buying a home, I want to talk to you about how you can hire me potentially for free. That is something worth talking about. All right, guys, that's it. Again, thank you for coming on board. You know the drill. If you haven't, hit subscribe and hit the bell. You'll be notified every time I drop one of these videos. Well, that's it, guys. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this video. Drop some comments below. And again, please understand, yes, you are paying more with today's interest rates, but if you look at what people were paying 3 to 4 years ago, it gives it more of a scale. And you always have the option to refinance when interest rates go down. Hope that made sense. And as always, I appreciate you, and wait until you see what we have lined up. Guys, I'm doing some videos in the next couple of days on subdivisions in or near Clermont where you can still buy homes in the 300K range. Be looking for that video. Until I see you on the next video, be safe. And remember, the Real Estate Ninja is here if you have any questions.